Cheers, mate. Awesome. Wow. This is different. So today I was kind of asking myself lots of questions about what I should really talk about. What can I give to you guys that is really going to be of value, that is going to serve you in your journey? Now I've heard a lot of speakers like Stu and JJ and Alex talk about your purpose, talk about meaning, talk about passion. And today, I want to talk not about me, but about happiness, and more specifically, fulfillment in what you do. Now, you've heard a lot of people talk about doing what you love, doing what makes you feel fulfilled, doing what you're passionate about. Now, for a lot of you sat there, you're probably like, what is it I'm passionate about? What is it that makes me feel fulfilled? What is it that actually makes me feel happy? For some of you, it might be looking as sexy as Gerard Hall. He's sexy. For others of you, it might be spending more time with your children. For others of you, it might be having meaning and passion and purpose for what you do. And for some of you, it might be eating super healthy, awesome food, like Justin Wolf. So one of the things I've discovered is there's no real one-size-fits-all. Happiness is unique. What makes me feel fulfilled is completely different to you. So it would be almost impossible for me to stand here and tell you this is what fulfillment is. This is what's going to make you happy. Because you're going to sit there and go, Joe, you don't know me. How do you know what makes me happy? So I'm not about to do that. The quality of the questions determines the quality of your life. Tony Robbins. Now, I've had a difficult journey and a different journey to a lot of the people you've already heard speaking today. But one of the things I've continued to ask myself is this what makes me happy? Is this what makes me feel really fulfilled? And I want to take you back to my journey. Now, for a lot of you, you will have gone through Module 2. And when I arrived at Module 2, I was just off, I had 5 months left in the military. I was leaving the military because I was seriously unfulfilled in what I was doing. And I jumped into the SFM, jumped into Module 2, and when I arrived at Module 2, I'm like, OC call, 3 hours. Really gonna have to sit through this? Now I'm gonna have to go and fill out these worksheets. And this is the particular worksheet where I kind of thought I knew what I wanted. I kind of thought I knew what happiness and fulfillment was to me. So what did I do? I opened up the sheet. My life now and where I want to be in 12 months. Where am I right now? I'm leaving the military. I have no real plan. I was actually planning to go and DJ in Ibiza and just make up the rest when I got home. No car. I've got a set of Pioneer CDJ 850s, which are a set of DJ decks, by the way. Own and rent out my own house. Unsure about my future. Now, where do I want to be in 12 months? This is when I thought, okay, I just want to get to the marketing. Let's be honest. Just want to get to the good stuff, the stuff that's important. So what's the quickest way to get this sheet filled out? There's a link there that says, CJ Kubisek's My Life Worksheet from 2002. Click on the link. What does J. Kubisek want? Model what works. Model success, right? That's what everyone tells you. Model what works. Look at other people who've been where you want to go and then model that. So I looked at Jay's worksheet and he was like, hey, I want a BMW. I was like, okay, I'll have a Mercedes. Awesome. 80 grand in the bank, set of Pioneer CDJ decks, a big house, I want to travel the world. And my personal favourite, be friends with Stu and Jay. Unfortunately, I got stuck with Amy Taylor. So as you can see, I was focusing on a lot of material objects, and I was really focused on the money. And I thought that's what I wanted. I really thought that money was going to be the thing that made me feel happy, made me feel fulfilled. And like everyone keeps talking about, getting up in the morning and jumping around, like my life is so amazing. But it really wasn't. I jumped into the affiliate model, like a lot of you probably will. And I went through the curriculum, I took the action, I did the work, and I got results. But for me, I'd always wanted to have my own products and services. Some of you might be able to relate to that. I know we've got people in the room who own agencies, some people who run e-commerce. And so I jumped into e-commerce and I jumped into Amazon. Started selling on Amazon, and for those, how many people in the room are DEA Silver or above? Just raise your hand. Ah, awesome. So I jumped into Amazon. Missed that bit, but it's all good. And I started selling these. Child safety locks. Really good product. In my first month on Amazon, I sold $12,500. I made $12,500 in sales. Continued to sell on Amazon. Turned over 400,000 in sales selling this one particular product. But I felt empty. I thought money was the thing that was really going to make me happy and feel fulfilled. But I kept on chasing new things and asking myself the question, is this the thing that makes me feel fulfilled? But I felt so confused inside. I felt so out of line with who I was as a person. And it wasn't until I started to deliver value through video that things started to change for me. I started my own YouTube channel, and a lot of people have come up to me and said, hey, I watch your YouTube channel, your tutorials, like they're really helpful. And I continue to create these YouTube tutorials, delivered with a pure intention of just delivering value to people's lives. I realized that the SFM, DA, they taught me so much, and I just wanted to start giving back. I was open to anything. And so I not anything, but a lot of different things. So I started creating tutorials on YouTube, and John Bromley from the SFM team, a lot of you might not know John Bromley's heavily involved in import experts. He approached me about joining the team and start creating video tutorials for Module 3. Who's been through Module 3? Who hasn't done the work? So a lot of you have probably heard me in Module 3. And when I started coming to events like this one, I'd get a lot of I'd walk into the room, I just kind of, oh yeah, just been along. Everybody's like stood around the outside, and it's like a school disco because everyone's really nervous and shuffling around the outside. I kind of walk into the room, and I get people walking up to me, shaking my hand. Jay, you don't know me, but I know you. I'm like, oh, okay, what's your name? Nice to meet you. And what's so special about that was that when I was sat at my laptop or creating these video tutorials, I was just doing my thing. I was kind of sat at home, yeah, going to create some tutorials, do Mod 3, that's going to be cool. But what really hit me was when people started telling me, Jay, I just want to thank you. You would not believe how much your tutorials have helped me. I was like, oh, this is nice. And it started to fill me up, like my heart, and it started to feel what I can only describe as fulfillment. I joined the team, and I was fortunate enough to go through the Pinpoint My Purpose process with JJ, and I have to thank JJ. He's not in the room, he's not here to take it. And this is one of the most amazing experiences of my life. It truly was. For the first time in my life, I felt clear on who I was, what I really wanted, and it gave me a direction and a clarity that I'd never had before. My why is to wake people up to the powerful yet entertaining choices within so they feel moved to live a life that they love. A lot of you are probably looking at the wording for this and thinking, entertaining, powerful. Where did they get that from? Me and JJ were on the call, and for those of you who aren't familiar with the process, JJ's got this really cool way of almost reading your mind. He listens to you. He looks at the language that you use unconsciously because you can't go at this alone. And he puts together this statement of what he believes to be your purpose. And we're sat there just having a discussion, and he'll reel off a statement, and he'll ask you, how does it feel? Because everything's based on feeling. Because he could just make up a purpose, be nice, but does it resonate with you and who you are as a person? So we were on the call, and there was a word that JJ changed, and he changed entertaining. He's laughing. As soon as he said that, it just hit me. And I just started laughing. I couldn't stop laughing, and JJ starts laughing, and we spend like 5 minutes laughing because I get it. It's who I am. And for so long, I've been scared of sharing who I truly am. I was a DJ, and I always believed that I was born to be an entertainer. And when he did this, it was incredible. Now, since discovering my purpose and discovering this element of fulfillment and discovering who I am as a person, I've taken every opportunity I can to actually share my gift with the world. So up on the screen you can see my beautiful girlfriend Vicky. You've probably all met her today. She was the Brit girl giving out your name tags today. And to her right is a young Vietnamese girl called Ching. Now, we've been traveling the world for around 15 months now, and we like to immerse ourselves in local culture to get people. And Chin was from Vietnam. And one Saturday night, we were sat down in the park. It was a beautiful evening. There's like a big lake in front of us. There's lots of people streaming through. And me and Vicky just sat there, just reflecting on life and just thinking how lucky we are to have done the work, to gain the skills, to get us to where we want to go. And this young girl comes jumping over to us, and she's like, "Hey, I'm Ching, nice to meet you." My best Vietnamese accent. "Can I speak English with you?" And we're like, okay. And me and Vicky are like, "Oh, all right. Let's talk some English. What can you help you with?" "What's this adjective?" "What? What does this noun mean?" And me and Vicky are like, we've been out of school quite a while. We're like, maybe we should Google that. And so as we get talking to Ching, we actually discover that she has the dream of being a tour guide. But she doubts herself because she doesn't think her English is good enough. So every day, she wakes up in the morning, she goes to university in the morning, she's 20 years of age, then she goes and works a job in the afternoon for less than 20 cents an hour. Then she jumps on a bus for 2 hours to Hanoi City just for the chance to speak to people. Every single day. As we got talking to Ching, we had awesome conversation, and I said to Ching, okay, tell me how you'd normally get speaking English to people. She's like, well, I go up to him, I speak English. I ask them if I can speak English with them. I say, okay, just stop right there. Let's try something different. We're going to do a little role play here. Now, I'm going to ask you how you would normally behave when you go and speak to someone. We're going to do this little role play, and I'm going to give you a little bit of coaching on this. Awesome. She's like, oh, I'm so excited. It's incredible. You're so inspirational. I was like, I'm just wait for it. No chance. And I say, right, come and speak to me. Hi, I'm Ching. Can I speak English to you? No. Well, why not? I'm on holiday. I'm busy. Why do I want to spend my time with you? Because I want to speak English. I want to be a tour guide. I'm like, and? So I stopped her there, and I said, what do you think happened? And she's like, well, you just didn't want to speak English to me. I said, okay, what I want you to do now is something a little bit different. When you're looking for people to speak to, instead of going up to them and be like, hey, speak English, I'm Ching, nice to meet you, I want to be a tour guide, sit where we are right now. And you see these thousands of people streaming through here. Look for people that you can help. Look for people who who look lost. And just go up to them, introduce yourself to them and say, hey, I'm Ching. Nice to meet you. I do free tour guides. You're looking a bit lost there. Can I help you with something? They might want to know where the best restaurant is. They might want to know how to get to a certain place. I say, deliver something to them. Deliver value into their lives. So Ching took this on board, and she's like, oh, I love you guys. I want to meet you tomorrow. I want to cook for you. She cooked like traditional Vietnamese food. So she's like, meet me tomorrow at this place, and I'll have some food for you. And yeah, it's going to be amazing, because everything was amazing. She'd say, you know. She'd say, you know, I want to speak English. Like, stuff that. And, and we met her the next day, and she rocked up with these the traditional Vietnamese food. I think it was like spring rolls, and it was wonderful. And so I stopped and I thought, okay, so you really want to speak English, you really want to be a tour guide. To us, her English was really good. We've taught you some stuff. How much do you know about the city? You know, this is the problem. I don't really know anything about the city. Well, Ching, we've got a bit of a dilemma here. You don't know anything about the city, and you want to be a tour guide. Awesome. So I said to her, okay, right, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to walk you around this city, me and Vicky, and we're just going to start asking you questions. Asking you questions about anything. The typical questions a tourist would want to know. So off we trot around this lake, around the city, and every time we would be like, what's that, Ching? And she'd go, one moment. She'd go running off into the distance, and she'd go and find someone, find the answer, and she'd come running back and went, oh, it's this. And we'd be like, awesome. Now you know something you didn't know. We continued to do this for a number of hours, rocking around this city, asking her lots of different questions. And, you know, we got on awesome with Ching. We took her out for a meal, popped her in a taxi centre on a 2-hour mozzie, bike ride, bus ride home. And we were like, okay, what's now? And so I messaged her and said, hey, Ching, like, so what's going on? She says, well, this guy messaged me, and he wants me to be a tour guide in his company. But, you know, I just don't have the confidence. My English isn't good enough. I shouldn't ring it. I was like, look, you need to do this. You need to ring him back. She's like, okay, I will do that. So she takes what she's learnt from us about delivering value. She's learnt new knowledge. And about a week later, she messaged me on Facebook. And she says, Jay, you'll never believe it. It's so exciting. I took a tour out today. And they asked me the same questions you asked. It was amazing. I was like, yes. Winner. And so what happened next is that Chin actually made the phone call to the tour guide, or the tour operator that had offered her the job. She had the confidence, she thanked us for giving us the confidence to do it. And now Chin is a tour guide, living her dream, traveling around Vietnam, serving people from all around the world and teaching them how to teaching them about her beautiful country of Vietnam. She's actually just started her own business, her own tour guide business, which is really cool. Now, what really got me here is this filled my heart. It really did. And to be able to give this gift to someone was just the best feeling in the world. Now, for a long time, I'd envisioned standing on this stage. I used to sit there every morning ritual, visualizing, doing the things that JJ says, visualize, I'm going to be on stage. But I wasn't really clear what I was going to say on stage or what I had to give, because if I'm honest with you, I was making it all about me. All I cared about was feeding my ego and being like a king on stage, like, just worship me. Amazing. That's what I really wanted. You can do that, yeah, if you like. But what this got me connected to is people and the power in serving people. And for me, it lights me up to be here today and to be able to just deliver some value to you guys and at least share some of my journey in the hope that you get some value from it. Because I realize that for you guys, you don't need to be on a stage to make a difference. Because for you guys, you already have a stage. It's called your life. Now, I just want to read something that Jay Kubasek wrote to me. Everyone's got one of these books. And he wrote a real personal message in here. I just want to acknowledge these guys. Jay, your energy is beyond contagious. Your heart is bigger than the moon. You're going to be an ever incredible influence on planet Earth. And I'm here to support you 100% of the way. Jay Kubasek. Now, I am so grateful to have the opportunity to be around you awesome people and people like Shay, Shay? Is that in here? Shay? That works, Stu and Jay. Vicky does that all the time. Jay, Stu, JJ, Justin, I love you all to pieces, and I'm so grateful for not only you guys, but for all of you guys here today as well. And I hope in the future that at some point I can add some more value to your life and hopefully make a difference in your life as well. Thank you very much.
That wasn't so bad.